my dear brethren. Today I want to make this video as a reminder for us to keep our hearts and make sure we have our hearts in line with God's righteousness and justice. The reason why is because it seems like, from the godly perspective, what the Most High is saying is that people sometimes tend to focus a lot on their own individual salvation and forgetting that before even the salvation, some of us, especially many of us, will be still here on earth witnessing His justice upon the earth. Okay, and we sometimes tend to forget that. And the reason why I have to highlight this is because some of us are still very attached to our own backgrounds, whether it's religious, whether it's racial, whether it's our own cultures, our own countries that we were born. Okay, and unfortunately, there are a lot of stuff, bad stuff happening behind the scenes that will have to be brought to the surface and to justice as well, because there are some people, unfortunately, they are still going through a lot of injustice. For example, people in Congo, there are literally many people being, there's a massive genocide happening all the time, but the media doesn't show these things. A lot of women being raped, kidnapped, trafficking, children as well. Okay, there's a bigger target in specific countries than others, and all these done behind the scene by the 1%, which is the people that lead the world. Okay, as it says in the Bible, the world is in the hands of the wicked one. Okay, and this is again another reason why the Most High, even though a lot of people have issues with Muslims or non-Muslims, they are bad because they live under ignorance or lack of knowledge, but they are definitely not the worst ones that the Most High literally have their wrath against them. Okay, is the 1% that leads the world astray. These are the ones that the Most High will target, and unfortunately, they have been leading the world for a very long time, and they are misusing and abusing some of us. Okay, using some of us to target then this minority. Okay, usually people from Africa or even, for example, Muslim backgrounds countries. Okay, in order for them to sacrifice lives for them to be where they are now, because they work for Satan. Okay, and in order for them to carry on having the position and the roles that they have and the income that they have to sacrifice lives. And this is why, if you think about it, every single year is either going to have a war or either going to have some sort of very bad pestilences that will literally kill a mass of people. Okay, because that's the way that they used to sacrifice people. Through wars, great wars, innocent lives, children's lives, and also through illnesses, great illnesses. Okay, every year something is gonna happen. There's the sort of sacrifice that they use. Unfortunately, these things are not being said in the news, media. Okay, but social media, thankfully for social media, a lot of people are spreading the truth, and these are the things that we need to remember. Okay, they use a lot of distraction. The media uses a lot of distraction and distorts the reality. Okay, a lot. Distorts the reality a lot. This is why, again, I'm making this video to make sure that our hearts align to what truly is happening. Okay, so when, for example, the Most High makes Babylon the Great to fall, a lot of people, oh no, it's not Babylon the Great, it's not Babylon the Great, it's not America, for example. We need to understand why he's going to bring this justice and why things going to happen. And I want to remember one thing for every single one of you as well. We are not here to support no evil. We are here to support justice, righteousness, and love. Okay, unity. We should be against anything that contradicts these things I've just mentioned. Okay, so obviously as you guys can see, I'm black. But it doesn't mean because I'm black, I have to support all black. No. I support the righteous and innocent black people as well as people from other races. They are as well innocent and righteous. Okay? We shouldn't, just because people come from our race background, support them, because then we'll do exactly what evil people do. Do you understand me? We can't be putting everything in the same package. There's no righteousness at all. And there's no righteousness that comes from the Most High. It comes from our own hearts, our regions, our traditions, okay? And all of nonsense that was input from to us from birth, through sometimes parents, okay? And the places that we were born. But that's not the righteousness of the Most High at all. In fact, that's not even righteousness, okay? At the end of the day, right from beginning up to now, is still all about good and evil. And good and evil, it is in every single race. Unrighteous, it is in every single race. Righteousness as well, it is in every single race. Thank God for that, okay? But if we truly call ourselves true Christians or true children of God and righteous people, right? If we see anyone, even if they come from our own races, because at the end of the day, they'll be using our ID, okay? Our ID, fingerprints, or for example, if they come in the same race as us, automatically everyone will see that race as being bad, okay? But again, if we are from that race that is ruling the world, and we don't want them to make the whole race look bad, then we need to stand up and say, listen, no, you will not carry on doing these things and disgrace the profile of this race, okay? And the same thing as we as Christians, because even though they're doing all this evil, they still have the audacity to call lands of Christians, right? They are not living up to Christian standards, to biblical standards. They're not following the status quo, as I mentioned in my video before, okay? And we need to stop that and show exactly to every single race that we were born right. Listen, you see, I'm black, this is what black's supposed to be. Listen, I'm white, this is what white's supposed to be. Listen, you are from Muslim background, this is what we're supposed to be, okay? And change, put everything wrong to right. Change everything to right. Everything that is bad, to change it to right, okay? Because there are a lot of people, honestly speaking, that, for example, when the Most High brings the fall of Babylon the Great, they're not gonna understand, because they're still very rooted and very passionate about their countries, about their backgrounds. But my friends, the whole entire world will be destroyed. And if we don't want any curse in our own lands, we also need to make sure that those that lead our lands not gonna bring those curses, because as it says in the Bible, he will avenge any blood of innocent people, right? And do back to what it was done to somebody else's country. This is the God we worship. He's fair and he's just, okay? I don't want anything wrong to my brethren, to happen to my brethren, obviously speaking, honestly speaking, but it is us as well who have to stand up. And if we don't want these things to carry on happening or to come to pass, to stop it as much as we can by making other people change and do what is right rather than allowing them to do what is wrong, because justice will come, 100% will come, and there is nothing we can do about that, okay? A lot has been done. Babylonians have done too much, and they're still doing behind the scenes. I've seen people saying, oh, for example, what is happening in Congo? Why isn't black people, for example, standing up and fighting back? They know that, do you guys know there is a lot of behind the scene threats by Babylonians, which is America, right? To these countries in Africa. If you guys don't give us what we want, we will bombard your country, we will kill your people, we will do this or that. Even at the point of saying of African leaders to not give nothing to their own people, or else they're going to be murdered. See what happened to Gaddafi. See what happened to Gaddafi. he was a great leader. Regardless of which beliefs he had, he was a great leader, and he had great plans for Africa, to make Africa prosper. What happened to him? Got assassinated. And this is what happens to every single person that that rises up, right, by the mighty hand of the Most High God, to bring goodness and to bring righteousness and to bring justice in the world. They always end up being assassinated. And by who? By the Babylonians. Okay, so that's why the Most High says enough is enough. And if the two witnesses itself, if it wasn't for them to have the power of nothing to murder them, they would be murdered straight away. Murdered straight away. Because they do not tolerate anyone who comes to bring justice, anyone that comes to bring everyone, every single person who always speaks the truth, that there is some sort of worry at the back of their minds. Okay? Either the video is going to be cancelled, they're going to be cancelled anyway, in any way, shape or form, if not assassinated or if not jail, because of speaking the truth. But they don't want this truth to be revealed. They want to still carry on being the good ones behind the scene, but they are the main evil and the problem of this world, right? And they like accusing other people. For example, the whole COVID that happened, right? They're saying that was from China, and all this COVID was brought to bring to boycott China's financial success and prosperity, to boycott it, and then to cut everyone from buying things from China, because China was literally prospering financially, in terms of economy. It was growing and sprouting very fast. And because of that, America wasn't happy with that. They created this COVID, which still was done by Bill Gates, okay, which still, again, America, okay. And to stop that from happening, they do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. If it's not natural disasters, bro, they are such cheaters. They do not want anyone to stay in the lead if it's not them. They don't want anyone to prosper if it's not them. Africa have everything, no reason, right? Has absolutely no reason to have the lowest currency, because Africa has all the resources. There is a lot of unfairness and injustice done upon this earth through the leaders that lead this world, and it has to be done and over with, whether they like it or not. And anyone who does not want any harm to happen to them, I've already told you guys where you have to go, right? Because it says in the Bible, flee from Babylon the Great, because still punishment is coming. They have done so much things behind the scene, and every day more and more this truth is coming out. And even matching to the dot to everything that says about Babylon the Great, all the things, all the evil deeds, from all the evil deeds, the blood, from all of the agreements done with the other world leaders as well, okay? So we need to be aware of what is going on behind the scenes, so that once the Most High brings this justice, we're not going to say, oh, God is not fair, God is not fair. He has a limit and he has a patience as well, even though it has nothing compared to ours, right? But once he does something, it is to be done once and forever, done, boom, finish. Done, boom, finish, okay? Remember, we are not here forever. Fun or not fun, my friends, we are here with a mission, with a purpose, with a job. When you go to work, you're not allowed to be on your phones, so no distractions. You're not allowed to be partying at work, okay? Because you have a job to do. And this is why the Most High tells us to concentrate in our jobs. We're not going to stay here forever, okay? It doesn't mean that he doesn't like us to have fun or anything, but there is time for everything. And this is time of urgency that we need to rise up and do his job, alert as much people as possible, even if we have to lose our lives. It doesn't matter. When you know that your life is going to a better place, you shouldn't fear death, okay? In fact, you should be glad that you're leaving this disgusting place. Do you understand me? So, my dear brethren, I close this video, and I pray that you all be guided and protected, and the Most High to keep you aware of everything that is going on, and your heart, soul, and minds aligned with his own justice. Do not support any sort of evil, please, okay? And I pray all these words in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. Bye-bye.